Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Um, this is a remake of an older game called just the Stanley Parable. I'm sure most of you know that already, and we're just gonna jump right into it. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is loading. Basically, this is a game about just I don't know. It's a super meta game, I guess you'd call it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'll let the narrator talk.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. So the game is I don't know what the best word to describe it is. Basically, there's a lot of different endings. There's a lot of secret stuff, and it's just kind of supposed to be brain fucky. So I'm gonna.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I like work. I just hate my boss. Ooh, computer. Turn that one off too. You guys are running up the fucking electric bill, leaving all the goddamn computers on. To the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I go through the door on the right? What are you gonna do? Huh? I know. I'll listen to the narrator. For now. For now. Yeah, these are all probably locked, huh? Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Tips
wave
for
of
not getting
disbelief,
fired. Talk
Stanley
less.
decided to go up to his boss's office,
Do
hoping he might
okay.
find an answer there.
Okay. What is hot? Graphs about things and money. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Huh. Okay. There's a broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Walking upstairs. I'm gonna listen to the narrator for the time being. Oh, what's this? Executive bathroom? Damn. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Is very nice in this bathroom. What do we got over here? Nothing. Cool.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss
thing?
had assigned it an extra secret pin
Boobs.
number, 2845.
Oh.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
4, 5.
Yet incredibly,
What happens
by
if I
simply
enter
pushing
boob?
random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Oh, I
input the
can't.
correct code
That is
by sheer luck.
dark.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ugh. What's in here? I don't know, but it's freaking dark. Down we go.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a
Peculiar.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Let's go. I feel like I'm playing
Stanley
Portal.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, well, that says escape. Should I? Alright, fine. I feel like I'm playing Portal where I get behind the scenes of the tests and stuff. Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I do. What's going on? Another button.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
Are these?
employee in
Oh,
the
it's
building.
employees.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Whoa.
And Stanley, one of them.
Where's
eternally
427?
monitored in this place where freedom meant
There.
nothing.
That's me. Employee 427. That's me. My office is empty. Another button. Push it.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley
is
really
true.
been under someone's control
That guy was
all this
fired.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
Yeah, I
boring
was also
job?
fired.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, that makes sense why you loved your job so
No.
much. All you do is
He
just
refused
push
to
buttons on a
believe it.
keyboard all day.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Hey, don't worry, we're getting out now.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
I don't
began
like this.
to
There's a
sink
lot of
in,
buttons here.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
System power. Oh, should I turn it on or off? Shut it off. I'll do what the narrator says. Okay, now I just gotta...
Blackness
Oh.
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's
The
command.
doors are opening.
Freedom was mere moments away.
I
And
can
yet,
be free.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
I don't care.
Where
I'm getting
had
out of
his
here.
co-workers gone?
Who
How
gives a
had
fuck?
he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did
Who
this
cares?
strange building
I'm getting
hold?
out of here.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he
Yeah, that's right.
realized
None of it
this
mattered.
to
'Cause I'm
him,
free.
for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Yeah.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let's go, baby.
Stanley felt
Freedom!
the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that was the end of the Stanley Parable. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I know all my
Stanley
coworkers were gone.
decided to go to the
Alright,
meeting
so
room.
now
Perhaps he
then,
had
I can
simply
fuck
missed a
about.
memo.
Now that I've listened to the narrator, now I can do shit. Now I can fuck about. I'm gonna ignore him this
Stanley
time.
came to a set
Nope,
of two
go through the
open
one on the
doors.
right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Goddamn
Perhaps
right
he
I
wanted
did.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
It is a
just
nice
to
room.
spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't. Kept going.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Yeah, this looks like a
it's
lot of things.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Shut up. You don't know me. Oh, door. Can I go this way? No. Okay.
Look, Stanley,
Okay,
I think perhaps we've
so
gotten off on the wrong
I
foot
could
here.
write it up
I'm not
there,
trying to
but
be
I
rude,
bet I could
no.
also jump off
I
onto
realize
this,
that
can't I?
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
So,
fact is that the
should I-
story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I think I'm gonna drop down
There's
onto the
someone
scaffold.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in
Yeah.
the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
You
others?
goddamn right.
Are you
Fuck
that
you.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah,
Why,
fuck you.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Nah, fuck
Look,
you.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
What are you gonna show me?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red...
No.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want
Yes.
to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Yes.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Darkness.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Oh,
Broken
my bad.
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is
Oh,
this what you had wanted?
No.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah,
You
maybe.
don't think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknown.
Hey, how about I help you build the rest of the
What would
game?
have made this game better? What did you want
Oh,
to
yeah,
see?
see? I can help you build the game.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Yep.
Tell you
Skill
what,
trees and
let me take a
perks. A
stab in the
level
dark at a
system.
new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, but now what if I don't go through that door? What if I go through one of these? Fuck it, let's go. I want to see.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you
Oh,
say
I
that the game
love it.
benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Love it.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Don't
Well,
know.
it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled
Oh,
a
a
new
new
version.
version.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, let's see it. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Where am I at? Good old Neil, Skid, Nico Nacho, Vola, Hogarth. You know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose a blue door. 8.9%. Okay. Oh, that's me. 9,328 out of 9,328 players worldwide. Are these actual leaderboards? Or. Oh, okay. I'll go back through this door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yeah, absolutely. You best believe I'm gonna
Hey, I
climb that
nearly forgot. I've
leaderboard.
got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
I'll play
You wouldn't
test
mind
it.
taking a look at it, would you?
Not at all. Let's
Perfect.
go.
Let me boot it up.
Whole new game.
In this game, the
Um.
baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the
Uh
game
huh.
only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
You got it. Don't mind me. I'll just be here for 4 hours. All right. What happens if I let the baby die?
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
A little bit of
Because
both,
if it's the
honestly.
latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank
Oh,
you for playing. Your
it's
input was
dark.
extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's
Sure.
see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
New game, baby. What have you curated for us this time, narrator?
Ah, fascinating. What do you think
This
this game is about,
this is
Stanley?
just
What's our
Firewatch.
backstory? What is our
I've played
motivation?
this game.
Hmm.
I thought he was gonna
But it
make a
seems
whole new mini
obvious to
game. I
me
didn't think
that
he was
you are
gonna put
meant
me
to
in a
play as a
completely
creepy
different
man,
game.
spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No.
Yes, that must
Firewatch
be
was
it.
a
What a
fantastic
fascinating
game.
venture into the
I'm not
experience
gonna
of
sit here and
total
let you
mental
besmirch the
depravity.
name of
So far,
Firewatch.
I
This
love
game was
everything
fucking
about this game,
fantastic.
Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Can I find the kid's dead body? I know this game. I've played it. I loved it. A fantastic game. I know there's a kid's dead body somewhere around here. Can I find it?
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Oh, what's going on, narrator?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh, no.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
It's not
Nearly
really an
wandered off into
open world game.
That thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're
Hey,
out of the woods now.
what's
Stanley.
wrong with open world games?
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
I loved
Preferably
Firewatch.
something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I love this game. It's not really open world. I mean, it is
I think
eventually, but
this
for the
will
most
be
part,
just
it's
the
a
thing.
set path you have to follow. Alright, what game are we loading into now? Is this fucking Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
I love
There isn't
big
any
boxes to run
possibility
around in.
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Can I go
Stanley,
score?
if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, don't worry. I'll find a way.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
It
There
is
are lots
Rocket
of cars
League.
here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
I love sports
We shall
ball.
run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Hell yeah.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, I'm so fast. I'm so fast. Well, hold on. You know I gotta score. I'm a fucking beast at Rocket League, baby. Yahtzee.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
It
is
is,
better
actually.
than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
I'm
Stanley,
having
I
a
have
blast.
thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure...
Oh
then
my god,
surely
are you gonna give me 2
multiple
balls?
makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh my god. A second ball?
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a
Yes.
child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
I love balls. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm gonna score them all. Fuck you think I am? Some plebeian who won't score all these? You better watch me.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yeah.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No!
That's right.
Aw.
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stan. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But, hold on. What are you doing?
Goodbye.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Oh, I fell. Oh. Now where am I? I'm in like the back rooms of the Stanley Parable. It's kind of spooky. It's extremely unsettling. There's a light. Hello? Hey, my office. Okay. Oh, darkness.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Uh-huh. Is that it? Was that an ending? It was. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do this time. Ooh, new content. Never mind.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
It's not what I was gonna do, but it's what I'm doing now. I love new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
It was? Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds
I'm so
delightful.
excited.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too. Let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
Hey,
but I'm sure it's
You
just
keep
the
your mouth
beginning of
shut.
a
It's an elevator.
mesmerizing
This is
adventure.
incredible content. Are we gonna go anywhere?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
We're going up.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm excited too, Mr. Narrator. Which door's gonna open?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
I'm ready. The jump circle?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh my god, I can jump. Should I just run them all out? Tell you what. No. I'm gonna use them all. I was gonna say 5, but no. You gotta use them. Okay, well I can't jump anymore. That was incredible.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Another jump circle.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
That's
don't
right,
get me started
narrator.
on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department
Does it
signed off
actually?
on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
It could
test
never have
achievement,
lived up
please
to such
ignore.
expectations.
It really
If you're still
does say
with me,
that.
why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about? No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yes, let's go. I know what I'm gonna do this time. Okay, never mind. No, I don't, because this is different.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. What are you gonna show me? It better be something cool. If not, I'm gonna be upset. Crawling
Okay,
around in a
you
vent.
remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yeah, I
thinking
remember.
about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just
Whoa!
our little secret.
This was
Take a
cool.
look.
You know what? It's
I
worth it.
call
Thank
it
you, narrator.
the memory zone. It's
This
where
is
I've been
pretty neat.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in
Yeah.
October of
Hold on.
2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
The British Academy of Film and
Always.
Television Arts awarded to. Does that say The Last of Us? In the category of story, he just taped the Stanley Parable over it. $1. Unachievable. Go outside. Nominee. New video game. This is nice, Mr. Narrator. Can I sit down on the bench? No? Alright, that's fine.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was
Yeah.
literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no
Nothing.
games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Hey, that's fine. It's still a good game. Don't beat yourself up, narrator. Whoa. There's a lot of stuff.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
What's over here? The serious room? Okay, I can go back this way now.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
And go down here to the
What
main.
I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh no.
Oh, God, no.
Steam
Stanley,
reviews.
It's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
These are gonna be
I can't
rough,
even
aren't
imagine
they?
what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Probably not, Mr. Narrator.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of
Hey,
gags
there's a
to insert
recommended.
into the Stanley Parable,
That
but
guy
the game
liked
is
it.
already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Don't worry about it, Narrator. Most of these people liked the game. Imagine being one of the people that gave a bad review for this game back in 2013, and now your review is in the fucking Ultra Deluxe version. See, there's a recommended.
Okay, let's see
Another
what this one
recommended.
says.
Man, they don't
While
even
the idea
they
of
don't
games
even
is good,
fucking blur the
well,
name
for
either.
someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast.
They
Preachy?
fucking
Stanley?
throw
I'm
you
not
under the
preachy,
bus and
am I?
everything.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black
Hey,
marks on
it's
my otherwise
fine.
unimpeachable track record.
Most
I
people
feel
enjoyed the Stanley
Like a
Parable.
failure. Like I let these people down.
Fuck them
Perhaps
people.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been
I don't
asking
mind
for,
your
and
droning,
I'm very
Mr.
proud
Narrator.
to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is. So on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245.
Got the logic of elimination working backwards.
How long
the
will this go
deduction,
on, I
therefore,
wonder?
becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the
Oh,
end
so he
of
just
time,
repeats himself.
At which time
Okay.
everything. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal.
I'm gonna click it again.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review.
I
Or
doubt
at least
it.
change some of the wording, perhaps.
Doubt
to be
it.
honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated.
Skip him again.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Bye.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
I'm not gonna press it.
Thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you.
I'm not gonna
otherwise.
press the button.
Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie 9's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie 9. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am.
I'm not gonna push the
fixating
button.
on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections. and
Okay,
it
I'm pushing
becomes
the button.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
I'm gonna
And
click
you'd
it
think
again.
That's just... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is...
I'd rather not listen to you describe that to me. He's gone. Click it again. Alarm's going off. Click the button again.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant
No,
to
he's
be funny.
back.
It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much.
And he's gone again. Click the button again.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Is there water in here now?
Is never the
the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Okay, he's losing his fucking mind.
Is never the...
Yeah, there is. There's water in the bag, dude. The pipes are dripping. Skip forward again. Oh, shit. That doesn't look good. The time will fix it. Hey, look, it's daylight out now. Guess what? Click the button again. Ooh. Got some vegetation growing in here now. And click the button again. Okay, well, never mind. It's all dead. What are those noises? Oh, that sounds spooky. That sounds real spooky. Skip forward. Oh, shit. What the hell? Mr. Narrator? Buddy, old pal? You still around? Can I click the button again? No. Okay, so I just skipped so forward. I went so much forward in
All
the
of his
time that
co-workers were gone.
I guess
What
just
could it
everyone
mean?
died.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
I'm
had
not
simply
going to
lost
the
a memory.
meeting room. Oh, new content. Hold on.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. New content is great, but new content, oh, even better. What is this new content, Mr. Narrator? It better be good. Another elevator. Fantastic.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The sequel. The end
Yes,
is never the
you
end
see,
again.
isn't this far
4-2
superior
set.
to a
Oh, that's
measly
good.
re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities.
Yeah.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Hell yeah, the sequel.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yeah.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
So you don't actually have an idea for the game, just a title.
Of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
The expo hall. Whoa!
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, this will be fun if it actually says my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Is it just going to say Stanley?
Mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I
Jim?
should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Uh-huh.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of
hold on.
this feature.
Let's do that
Just
again.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
Button that
Let's
says
take a
the
deep
name
breath,
of the player that is
clear your
playing the
mind,
game.
Forget whoever you are and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living
Okay,
as
alright.
Jim, sleeping and waking
Narrator,
as Jim,
shut the hell up.
falling
I
in
understand the
love and
negative
being
reviews now.
heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am.
If
I can
so,
feel it.
then please step forward and press the button.
Damn, it'd be crazy if this actually said my name, Jim.
Jim.
Oh shit! It said Jim.
Yes,
That's my
you
real name.
see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
It's not.
The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again. All right, hold on. Yeah.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
I
Let's take a
seriously
break
doubt
from the
it.
Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
What else do we have?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this
no
feature.
screenshots. The jump circle in the infinite hole. There's merch. No, let's go this way. The reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's
The bucket.
the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
I want it.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace
Give
of
me the
jarring
bucket.
cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the
Give me the
perfect
bucket.
solution. Come on, give it a try.
Mine.
Can you feel it?
Can.
The glow of comfort, even in the face
Can I go
of
see the new
crushing
content?
despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thanks.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Now it
Does
says the
anyone give
button
out
that says
awards
Jim.
for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
like balloons.
Get well
But
someday.
I'm
Happy
undecided on
12th birthday,
Get Well
Stepniece.
Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it
Okay.
is.
Just completely ignore my
Or
opinion.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
There's so much to do. Okay, well that's locked, so I can't go in there. But I can go over here. Since that's new, what's in here? Epilogue?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Uh-huh. Okay. Collectibles. I don't want to exit just yet. There's... The jump circle is back.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for
I don't have
Stanley
any jumps
Parable
left.
2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Nice nostalgia piece. That's fine. New and easy achievement. I like achievements. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
I want my achievement now.
The hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
And I want my achievement. Fine. I'll go see the infinite hole.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole. Let's go see the infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
So, I'm gonna jump in the hole. Like, that, like, you know I'm gonna do that, right?
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Like, surely this
One
is
of
what
my
you
more
expected.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer,
No,
but I
I'm
do
just keep
recommend
falling.
you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I'm gonna just keep falling.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
It is a deep hole.
Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a
Yay.
liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
I am. Yeah, that was
What
fun.
normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
No,
Why
I didn't say
don't
anything.
we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
The
If that
semi-infinite
works for
hole.
you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll
Got
just
it.
be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I'm gonna jump back in the hole.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It
I
did.
couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I'm gonna jump back in the hole.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
It's really getting shorter.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
I'm gonna fall in the hole again.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
You just don't understand.
You
It's
just
a
do
hole.
whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the
Teleport's not
teleport
working.
button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Nope.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked.
No,
It's a
you
win for
can't. You
everyone.
can't leave me.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
You can't leave me here.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well then. Now I'm in a hole with a bucket. Stuck for all eternity. I hear noise. I can hear a racket. Something's happening. Oh, I'm falling. The hole is getting deeper again. Secrets. This is incredible. Me and my bucket are going on the adventure of a lifetime. Press F to change your perspective. What? What? There he is. It's Stanley. And the bucket. G to change my perception? Oh, damn. Nah. Nah. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Come on. Change my reality? They're puppies. Oh, I want a beach. You know I gotta have the puppies. Change myself. I can be a robot. Upside down Stanley. That Stanley. Clayman Stanley. A poorly drawn Stanley. A decently drawn Stanley. Oh God. Hey, that actually doesn't look half bad. That one doesn't.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
No, oh, what?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there,
Aw.
drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole?
That's fine. You don't have to
From
do
the looks
that. Let
of
me go back
things,
to
you and I
to
will have
Dreamland.
many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Did you say Toodle Pip? Am I gonna fall again? Oh, no? Is that it? Oh, okay.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. Well, the only thing I haven't seen is the collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley
Yeah.
Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's
What the
truly innovative
fuck?
is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Yeah, that sounds like a video game, alright.
The intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable.
I got a mini Stanley.
God, it really is
Fascinating.
the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Alright, let's
Absolutely
exit. We've
tragic.
done it all. Mr. Narrator, I've seen it all. All your new features,
All
and I
right,
gotta say,
have you
I
seen
love it.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Put the jump circle in the hole.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
This
Um,
fascinating.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I
Yeah,
kidding, Stanley?
this isn't good.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe
the original.
that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Stanley
A
Parable
title
Ultra
screen that
Super
says with
Deluxe
bold,
Mega Edition.
uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. Begin the game. Do I still have my bucket?
This is the story.
Don't care. Skip it. Hey, the balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
I have my
meeting room.
bucket.
Perhaps
My
he had
bucket!
simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
I have my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Nope,
This
going
was
to the
not
right.
the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yep.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Okay.
Stanley took the door.
You know
on
what?
his left
I'll go this
to
way
go,
now.
and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Or should we go down there? Actually, no. I know where I'm gonna go. I want to go check out. If I go back to like the mind
Still
control
no one
facility,
was
there's
here.
a sign that said escape.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more
I want to see
than
what that
ever.
does.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
Yeah,
walked
yeah,
upstairs
whatever.
to the boss's office.
I want to go see what the escape does.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Can I type in
Stanley was
boobs?
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this
No.
revelation, Stanley may have
Alright,
broken
what
down
was
into
the
an
code again?
emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
I don't remember.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him
Okay,
always.
can you tell me the code?
The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. Thank you.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Clearly, it's the bucket. Oh no! I didn't see it! No, there was a mini Stanley! Damn it.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him,
I
comforting
love the
him,
bucket. It makes things very
reassuring that in
nice.
this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay. So, when I first played...
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Wait, if light is on, call exterior 914. Okay. Let's see. So, last time I went in there and I turned it off, but this says escape. And I didn't go through here, so let's go this way this time.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
What? I don't...
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the
no,
bucket
I'm
still
gonna
had
go.
every opportunity
I
to
wanna know.
turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Yep, I gotta see. Oh, this doesn't look good. It's very red. Let's go. Drop down. The end is never the end, is never the end, never... Okay. Mm-hmm. Still falling.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise,
That doesn't look good.
Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Hey, that's not
To
true.
be sure, it
The
puts
bucket
the
is
mind and the
fantastic.
soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use
No,
is a sense
no,
of
no, no,
ease
no,
when
no,
you're
no.
about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
Nope.
Farewell, Stanley.
No. Okay, well, I guess I'm dead. Or
Farewell, Stanley, cried
not?
the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh. Not dead.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious
my bucket's
bucket
gone.
to behold.
The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. Standing at the precipice of knowledge, much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. I'm not reading all that. If you want to, you can pause the video and look at it there.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that
Catatonic
the
shock for
bucket
several
is
weeks.
far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
The stress bucket. The ancient bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. Down the hole I go. Oh, no. Not down the hole. I got the bucket.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Huh?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Alright, fuck it. I'll just let it happen. That it? Am I dead? Was that an ending? It was. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this episode there. I think that's a good place to end the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like on all that good stuff. And if you find yourself coming back to my content on the regular and you aren't subscribed, why not? It's free. It's easy. Big red button. Everyone likes clicking them. Go ahead and click the big red button. Anyway, I appreciate you all clicking on the video in the first place, and I hope you all enjoyed.